Hello, everyone. Assuming that you're here. It's me, myself, and I. Yes, that's right. I have two guests for this show. I see that two of you are watching right now. Please feel free to say hi because if you don't, I'm just going to be talking to myself. My lovely co host is indisposed at the moment. She will be here shortly, but I didn't want to just wait until until she came because I wasn't sure when she was coming. So, Amina, hey! Oh my goodness. I love it. Aren't you wonderful? Aren't you so wonderful? So, okay, why don't we, since you're here and I'm here, let's just talk. Let's just talk. This is actually going to be super fun. So Amina, what are you up to? I know you said you were traveling, that you weren't in France the last time I talked to you. Have you been going all over the place? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I love this actually. I'm doing great. I loved all of your messages today. Thank you so much. I love reading them so much. What have you been up to? And this is my favorite, dead air where there's no noise. It's funny. A long time ago, like a year ago, when I was doing this for the very first time, if I'd been by myself, which I'm not because Amina's here, but if I'd been here by myself, I think my head would have exploded. Yes, 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 that's right. I love it so much. I love it so much. Oh, look, we've got some more friends coming in and joining us. Hello, everybody. It's funny. I tried to unmonetize my lives because I didn't want people to have to sit through ads before us coming on live and then missing some of the conversation. And then I discovered that YouTube's going to run ads no matter what. So, in which case, if I turn off my monetization, if I say I don't want ads, they're still going to run them. But then I don't get any of the money from the ads. So that's kind of annoying. So anyway, I apologize for the ads. There's nothing I can do about them if you had to sit through ads before we started live. Anyway, a little bit of behind the scenes for you. So anyway, welcome everybody. Oh, it's a great Sunday. Oh, it's a great Sunday with you too, Amina. So good to see you. And today we are starting actually talking about Breaking Dawn Part 1, if anyone wants to, because as we may have noticed that each session there is less interest. Hey, Kristen, how are you? So good to see you. There's less interest than the time before. So in Breaking Dawn. So, and right now, of course, we've got the Ever After readathon running as well, which is a lot of fun. I know a lot of people were on last night and they're planning to be on again this evening on Tara's channel, Tara Talks Books. I'm going to be there too, assuming my daughter does not have a fit like she had last night. She's been grumpy all day today. So I'm hopeful that we can get her sorted out. I think we will. I have a good feeling. We'll figure this out. If you've been around young kids, it's the way it is. They find the perfect times to have an issue. But anyway, maybe show of hands, or we can do like an icon or something. Remember when we played that fun game the other day? If you were around, we played Love It or List It, and I forgot to use those fabulous emojis. But we could say right now, if you would like to start talking about Breaking Dawn, you could send an emoji in the chat that is in some way vampire or werewolf, Twilight, what have you, inspired. And if you would prefer to just dive, pun intended, do you hear that? Now it's happening live. My husband is making another smoothie. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I love that it's happening live now. In any case, I am here to see you. Oh, you're so great, Amina. If you guys would like to see a summary, if you would like to do the summer book tag, which we can discuss all things books, you can send, yes, I know, Kristen, the smoothies. What are we going to do? I know, Smoothie Gate. It is Smoothie Gate, isn't it? I don't know if you guys could hear it. I have the door closed and locked because everyone is home. Anyway, oh, and Julie's here. Hey, Julie. Welcome.
Hello. Thank
Hello,
you.
good to see you. Oh, Kristen came to hang out. So far, Julie, what you've missed is not a lot. Me talking too much, I'm sure. I love it. He's so part of our lives now, right? My husband's making a smoothie, of course. Oh, Amina says hi, Julie.
Hi. Yes, you'll have to excuse me. I'm in my dressing gown because I am fine when I woke up this morning, and this afternoon, well, yeah,
Not feeling
stuff.
so good?
No,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm not. Oh, and now we've got company. Okay, darling, off you go.
Oh, she goes.
Oh, bloody hell! The whole family's coming down.
We get to meet everybody. That's so fun. Aw.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to stay on for very long. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, don't push yourself. Hey there. How's it going? Good to see you.
Yes.
Well, we were just talking about what we wanted to discuss, whether we wanted to discuss Breaking Dawn. Oh, thank you, Kristen. See, I need you guys to help keep me on track. I was talking about kids and going live and all of that good stuff. Yes. And we were trying to decide whether we wanted to talk Breaking Dawn or we wanted to talk Summer Book Tag.
Okay.
So
I will go with whatever you want to go with, guys. But I'll go with whatever people think. I mean,
yeah.
I've got the questions here, and I've literally answered 2 of them.
Okay. Well,
yes, I was in the middle of doing it, and then I just thought, I think I need to get into bed. And so I got into bed and had a snooze, and then I woke up and I thought, yeah, I'm not doing so well.
I'm so sorry. Okay, well, don't you stay a minute past when you think. I mean, if you feel like you need to go, we're not gonna.
Okay.
Okay.
I will probably I promised I would come, so I'm here, but I will probably have to go in about half an hour or something.
Okay. Well, then while you're here, how about we take advantage and talk about
I've
these
not done my hair, haven't put my eyebrows
It's
on.
fine. Oh, we love you. Whoopsie.
Oh dear. Yeah.
It's okay.
We're not doing too well today.
Thank you. You know what? It happens. I think everything that's happened already will happen on my lives, right? You just never know what will happen. You never know. Thank you, Alma,
At
for this
least
kind word.
I'm not going to talk about snake penises.
That is true. Yes. KJ Michike. She was a character, wasn't she? I enjoyed that interview. She was very interesting, very fun.
It was funny.
Very fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So let's start talking Summer Book Tag because I think everyone's going to have answers for these. We're going to want to discuss them. I cannot wait to hear everybody's answers. Number 1, name a refreshing book. This doesn't have to be something that you've read recently. It could be from this year or even just something that jumps out at you. And I will explain. The refreshing book is just anything that makes you feel good, refreshing, if you will. And I see there's a frozen drink here. So if anybody has anything that jumps out at them, a refreshing book that was just, I can't think of another. Let's come up with I need a thesaurus. Another word for refreshing. I mean, I literally can't look that up right now. But
refreshing.
what? Megan just came on. Megan.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
Guess
Thank
what?
you.
Okay, I asked Megan in advance if I could do this, and she said yes. So I'm kind of putting Megan on the spot. Everybody, guess what? Megan had her birthday last weekend, and she just got engaged.
Oh,
I know! I'm so excited, Megan! And Megan, you have to tell us what happened. I can't wait. By the way, she's Megan's Book Nook on Instagram as well. She has some cute pictures of her engagement if you want to go see over on Instagram. But we need to know. I love a good engagement story. I'm so excited. And I love that everybody's answering the question. We are coming back. We will not forget the refreshing book. We will not forget. But I just want to hear Amana's so sweet. Congrats, Megan. Happy birthday, Megan, and congratulations.
Indeed.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear. Oh,
we always like a bit of, it's weird because I am a romantic and it's always good to have a bit of romance, but it's weird that I can't read it. Isn't that odd?
It is odd. You just need to try more of them,
I
Julie,
think
and I will
so.
be more
I
than
think
happy
so.
to.
Well, I'm watching your Summer of Step Backs, and I think it's amazing. I love
Oh,
those
thank you.
videos.
I'm having
Um,
so much fun making them. I really am.
yeah, yeah, they're really good. I mean,
Oh,
the
thank
most recent one, that cover was awesome.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I've just had the best time going through them. Okay, so
Mm.
Megan says, "What do you want to know? It takes time to type stuff out." Okay, that's true. Okay, what do we wanna know, guys?
How
What
did
do we
he
wanna
do
know
it?
about Megan's engagement?
Was it like on one knee, or
Yeah.
did you think he was going to do it, or was it out of the blue?
Yeah, tell us that, Megan. Was it a surprise? And it was on one knee because I saw the pictures. You gotta see.
Oh, this water tastes weird.
Oh, no. Maybe could that be why you're not feeling well? Oh, no.
Ooh, could be.
Oh, you poor thing. We're gonna get you sorted out, Julie. Don't you worry. Okay, so while Megan's typing and thinking, and we're talking about water, oh, wait, we got another one. All right. Oh, no, we don't. So let's talk about the question, a refreshing book. Name a refreshing book, which is not a question. That's a directive. Anyway, okay, so Kristen says The House on the Cerulean Sea. I have heard so many good
Me too.
things.
Me too. But I've never gotten around to reading it.
Yes, I definitely need to read that for sure.
Mm.
Millie Johnson. Ooh, any book by her. Okay. Oh, neat. How fun. Shady Hollow, cozy mystery with animals as the characters. How cute. Hey, that sounds like it could be up your alley, Julie.
Mm.
She loves the cozy crime,
I
cozy
do. I
mysteries.
do. I do.
The Tea Shop on the Corner. Oh, I love the title. That sounds refreshing in and of itself. Now I need tea. I just brought my favorite water, but yeah, I don't have anything else. Did you, Julie, have an answer for a refreshing book?
Well, the only thing that comes to my mind, and you know me, I always like to put a bit of a slant to the question. It's called, I bang about this book constantly, consistently, and I'm not going to stop talking about it until actually somebody picks it up and reads it. And it's over there, and it's called, I think it's called Yellow Crocus. My mind's not working well. It's by Lila Ibrahim, and actually it's about the, I was going to say Midwest, but I don't know where was all the sugar plantations in America all those years ago.
To my knowledge, the sugar plantations were primarily in the Indies. They weren't
Indies.
necessarily here in the mainland,
Oh,
to
perhaps I
my
got it
knowledge.
wrong then. Anyway, it's,
I don't think.
oh, we got a topic.
It's B.
It's B, she says. It's B.
Hey.
It's actually about oh, there we go. Slavery. You
Hey,
know this is live,
sweetie.
right?
That's why I'm moving my hand.
Okay. This is my daughter.
Hey there.
Yes. It's actually about it. It's not a jolly book, actually, but
Oh.
it's refreshing in the way it's written.
Mm.
It's about slavery, but also that's just a side point. The main focus is about a relationship between two women. One is a child, one is more like a mother figure who's her wet nurse. And there's 3 books in the series, and I absolutely adore them. Absolutely adore them. The way it's written, the way the characters are written, the way it's not dark and depressing. It's like a joy, because it's these 2 women cling on to each other for dear life, sort of thing, and get them through some really awful times. And it's so refreshing for me because can I say I enjoyed it, even though it was a dark subject matter?
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the only one that sort of came to mind. The way it was written,
Yeah.
it was so good.
Oh, good. Well, that's great. Thank you for sharing that because I had
You're
not heard
welcome.
about that one.
Lila Ibrahim, and it's like the yellow crocus or
Okay,
something. Yeah.
we will look into that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shady Hollow, as you were speaking, Kristen also commented that Shady Hollow was so cute. And Amina told us a bit more about the tea shop on the corner. It's a great book with stories about all those people who gather in this tea shop. How fun. She said it was emotional, romantic, and sweet. Those are like my favorite things, Amina. Oh, and Megan's echoing that the tea shop on the corner sounds wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. For me, my favorite refreshing read is actually one I just finished like this morning. It's called, so it's coming out. I have a story with this. It's coming out in July. It's called The Next Best Fling. It's a first novel by Gabriela Gomez. And I got this from Forever Publishing because they were looking specifically for women that were either Latina or librarians or plus size. And I fit one of those 3 categories. I wonder if you can guess which one it is.
I think
Anyway.
it's the category of being gorgeous. I think
Oh, that's it. That was the fourth category I forgot to mention. Yes. Oh my gosh, Julie, I'll pay you later. The check is in the mail. Yes. Okay. Well, yes. So they gave this to me, and then I was going to read it in July, and then they emailed me just the other day, and they said, "So, did you like it? If you liked it, you can do a giveaway, and we'll set it all up." And I said, "Well, I haven't read it yet." Like, oh no. So I went ahead and I binged it, which was no problem at all. I actually finished it faster than the time I'd allotted for it because it was just so heavenly. This woman she has so she's really an incredible woman, and she really doesn't have body image issues, which was really refreshing because I feel a lot of these plus size rom-coms are about like my tenuous relationship with my mother or all these flashbacks to bullying. I mean, and there's a place for that, but this was so refreshing because she basically had it all together. But there were like a few insidious thoughts that were just like lurking in quiet corners, waiting for particular events to come out. And this gentleman right here, Theo, lays all of her fears at bay. Here's the deal, though. So she has been deeply in love with his brother for like a decade, and her brother is getting engaged. And Theo is in love with his brother's fiance. It is a mess, but it is the best kind of mess. It actually reminds me of Funny Story by Emily Henry because we have 2 people that are in love with the engaged couple, and she's a librarian, which was so funny. But where Funny Story zigged, this one zagged. And by that I mean I feel like Emily Henry, which I loved the book, it was more like a women's fiction a bit, whereas this one definitely went further into romance, which I just really loved it so much. It was very refreshing. I loved the heroine so much, and I love the way they cover body image issues, which was just fantastic. So you're going to be hearing more about this. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway because I told them I finally read it. So they were lovely.
Fabulous.
When I was like, I haven't read it yet, they're like, it's okay. I was like, okay, thank goodness. I was so worried that they're going to be mad. Okay, let's see. Oh, I love your name, by the way. Heart Song, S.E. Wendell. Yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that was your refreshing read. Oh, it was so fun, right? So fun. Yes. And Amina says, thank you, Megan's Book Nook. I hope you'll try and love it. Option 4. Oh my gosh, Kristen. I'll send you a Okay, since we've had a chance to talk about a refreshing book for a moment, we're circling back to Megan. Megan's told us a little bit about her engagement in case you're just jumping in. Megan says, I knew it was probably going to happen. He took me to a nice conservation park and a secluded pond area with a nice little bridge over it. I know. He pretended we were taking a picture, but it was really a video. He told me he loved me and that I make him happy, and he got down and asked me to marry him. Megan, I love it so much.
How gorgeous.
You got to go to Instagram and see those pictures. Oh my gosh. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? We were just gushing about Megan's engagement. Megan just got engaged, so I love a good engagement story.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Megan, I'm so happy for you. You're gonna have to keep us updated as things happen. I love wedding planning and all of that good stuff. It's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah, so cute. So cute. I love it. Yay. Oh my gosh, the other day, because again, like, well, I ask people all the time, like, tell me your engagement story. Oh, it's so fun. And she goes, well, it started because he cheated on me. I was like, well, that is, and she goes, have I told you this story before? I was like, no, I feel like I would have remembered that. Wow. Very different. Very different. Thank you, B, for being so happy and excited. Of course. Of course. So happy and so excited. So excited. All right. So, unless Megan has any other revelations about her engagement, which she's always welcome to share, we're always ready for more, Megan. We're going to jump into number 2. Name a book that was fluffy and sweet. By the way, these are all from Bookables. I don't know if you're familiar with her channel. She's lovely, and she does a summer book tag pretty much every year. So this was her favorite. This was my favorite summer book tag that she did. PS. I want to make sure that I'm acknowledging the fact that she did these. I tweaked a few of them, but this is primarily from the fabulous Bookables. I think her name is Heather, I want to say. Anyway, okay. So who can name a book that was fluffy and sweet? Let's talk about it. Oh, and Cheryl says, congrats, Megan. What a beautiful story.
Yeah, it is. It is a lovely story.
We're just gushing. We're just having a good old time. I asked him to marry me, but he still thinks it was him. Amina. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, you know what? Let's open it up. If anybody wants to tell engagement stories, go for it. We are here for it. Just interrupt whatever we're doing. We'll just talk about it.
Yes.
I don't want to take over your life. Megan, you can totally take over my life. You should have seen me in the beginning. Thank heavens for Amina, because I was like, I don't know what's happening. As you can see, we're very organized, right? We're just having a good time, I think. But I'll be on tonight with Tara too. Good. Yay. So will I. What a coincidence. Can't wait. And I'll be like, Megan, tell us again. I won't do that. I try not to take over. When I'm not in charge, I don't want to be like taking over for Tara. Oh, Ari, another S.E. Wendell, fluffy. Oh, Amina, are you referring to the down of the feathers that our man, I forgot his name. Amina, help me. What's his name? Oh my gosh. Belle, right? Belle. Okay, so let me explain. Belle is an avian, which is like, he almost looks like an angel. He's a human, but he's got giant bird-like wings. He's beautiful. And yes, he would be very fluffy and cozy and comfy, and I love it so much. I just finished My Roommate is a Vampire yesterday. It was cute and fluffy with some spice. Adding to my TBR right now. Kristen, yes. My Roommate is a Vampire. So obviously you recommend. I love that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. This is what I do all day long. Remind me to add My Roommate is a Vampire to my TBR. I'm talking to my... I do it. I either do it on here or on my watch all day. I can't make a mental note anymore. It used to work.
See,
Now
I have these things.
What, Post-its? What do you have? Post-its. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, too funny. Yes, Belle. Exactly. Belle from Airy. Delicious man. Yes, yes, yes. I love that Belle's wings have their personality. That's so true. What a good point. I love that. I love it. So, Julie, while we have a moment, what would you like to add for a fluffy, what is our banner again? Let me tell you. Name a book that was fluffy and sweet. Do you have anything that you could recommend or mention?
I don't read fluffy and sweet.
As evidenced by her refreshing pick from a moment ago. Okay, well, you don't have to answer everything.
Do I look like I'm fluffy and sweet?
You do look like you're fluffy and sweet. Yes, you do. Yes. You
now, if it was my daughter sitting here, it'd be a completely different story.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Cheryl says, I found the rom-con by Devin Daniels to be super cute and fluffy. It was adorable. Remind me to add the rom-con by Devin Daniels to my TBR.
Oh, that I don't know. I'm gonna have visions for years now. Are you walking around your house going, remind me to do this?
I am. I do it. I do. It's actually, but I swear though, it's usually on my watch. Like I'll be
Oh,
driving and you know, I mean, obviously steering, but
yeah,
you know, but
with
no,
your teeth.
I do it all day. I do it all day, every day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okie dokie. So, I will share a fluffy and sweet. Let me do this. I'm trying to make sure everybody sees the banner in case they just jump on so they know what we're talking about. First Comes Scandal is my example. Oh, that's book 4 of the Rokesby series. I know I've already talked about this one. You guys have already heard me talk about it, but it's just so dear. It's 2 childhood friends turned lovers. And oh my gosh, I loved it so much. They're both virgins and they just sort of don't really know what they're doing. And they're just so cute. And I love how Christopher, I think his name is Christopher. I could be making that up now. I would double check. I'm just going to say our hero because I would hate to say the wrong hero name, but he initially is very adamant against being the husband to our heroine, Georgie, I believe her name is. She is in need of a husband. Otherwise, she'll become a spinster forever because she's been ruined. Unfortunately, a friend of hers named Freddie, he's so ridiculous. He kidnaps her in hopes of forcing her hand to marry him. And then it doesn't work out the way he wants. In any case, she gets to marry one of the Rokesbys because the Rokesbys and the Bridgertons have been friends forever. And the friendship turns to love. And it is just so sweet and fun and funny. And I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it so much. Oh, Rachel's here. Hey, Rachel. How's it going? We are having a fabulous day. Your Coffin or Mine. Oh, I've heard of that one. Yes. Jacqueline Hyde is a sweet and fluffy paranormal rom. Remind me to Your Coffin or Mine on my TBR. Yes, I did. I'm just gonna come on lives all the time and be like, give me things to choose, and I'm gonna do that. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm here now.
Fun.
We can officially begin. That's Rachel. That is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for you to show up. Everybody's just been staring at their watches this whole time. Ah, yes, the tried and true kidnap to hitch trick. You see it fairly frequently in some of these historicals, right? It's true. It's true. So if we're ready, let's move on to book 3. Yeah, this one, Julie. Name a dark book. A dark one.
Dark
This
book.
got Julie all over it.
What?
Hello, Your Grace. That's right.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's
yes,
right, Amina.
Yeah.
You got it. I love it. So we're naming a dark book. Anyone jump in, name a dark book. I had a hard time coming up with one.
Well, I've read quite a few, but my brain's just not.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I could name mine while we're waiting for everybody.
Go on then.
There's
Go on
2.
then.
So for me, it was the last Maiden Lane book that I was willing to read, which was Sweetest Scoundrel, which I believe is book 9 of Maiden Lane by Elizabeth Hoyt. And there is a lot of dark subplots dealing with the treatment of children, which I had a very hard time listening to. And then it became even worse in the following book, which was a deal breaker for me. I can't handle any kind of mistreatment of any animals, children, anyone who's in like an inferior, not inferior position, but subject to the whims of others. I can't deal with it. I can't do it. So in any way, Sweetest Scoundrel had that, but it was more in the background. And but also we had a hero who was pretty unkind initially to our heroine. And yeah, I will say though, a lot of people love Sweetest Scoundrel. So take my feelings with a grain of salt. I think there are quite a few people that are huge booktubers with whom I have nothing but the highest esteem, and they loved it. So that's me. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was mine. All right. Neva. Oh no. Neva Altaj. Oh, I probably decimated that name. Broken Whispers. That sounds quite dark. Oh, it's a mafia romance. Oh, and it's beautiful. Ooh, exciting. I didn't know you read mafia romance, Amina. I love it. I need to try that someday.
Remind me to do this.
point. That does look a little strange when you do it.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
I think I'm gonna I'm gonna have to bow out because
Okay.
I've got this pain in my back and it's killing me.
Of course. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I may need a certain room in the house
Okay.
quite urgently soon.
Okay. I'm sorry, Julie.
What
Okay.
I'm going to do is I'm going to come back on and be in the comments. I'm going to get
Okay.
into bed and then I'm going to come in the comments.
Okay. That
And then
sounds good.
I can then carry on with the answers of the book review. Not book review. See, I can't even talk bloody straight. And then of the tag. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll keep hanging out. We're gonna chit chat. We're gonna talk about these.
Yes. I'm sorry to leave you on your own, but I don't think I can
No, I want
honestly
you to
stay
take
here
care of
much
yourself.
longer.
I want you to take
Yes.
care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Oh, look at
Yes.
everybody. They're so wonderful. Take care, Julie. Feel
Oh,
better.
thank
Get
you.
well
Thank
soon,
you.
Julie.
Thank you.
That was from earlier.
Oh, well, that's very kind of
Everybody's
you.
so wonderful.
I
Okay,
hate,
well,
I
we
hate to
will
leave
look
you
forward
on
to
your own.
talking to you in the chat.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's sleep tasty. Rachel's trademark phrase. Sleep tasty. I love it. Bye.
I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, so now I don't know where to put this. Well, it doesn't really matter. All right, we're just going to pretend that it's anyway. This is awkward now, right? Oh, that was so sweet, Megan. All right, so let's talk about more dark romances, dark books. Ironically, in the book I'm presently writing, there is a bride napping game that takes place with spectators and everything. And the girls are rough with their pursuer. Everyone has a great time. Fascinating, Rachel. And you're writing that? That is so cool. To Charm a Dark Prince, Catherine Ann Kingsley, dark fantasy romance. Ooh, that sounds really fun. I love that. Oh, probably. Haunting Adeline is extremely dark. Whoa. Did you enjoy that, Christina? I've heard a lot about that title. So, yes. Oh, let's see what this What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Did you like that one, Kristen? Oh my gosh. Oh, and Rachel's going to tell us more about her story. Anyway, the game is toned down to catch up to her and win a kiss, unhorse her onto your horse and win her hand. So, sporting. I love it. I love it. Jen from the Book Refuge convinced me to read dark romance. Did she? Oh, I just love Jen. And she's doing a Mafia. Did she just finish her Mafia readathon? I want to say that she did. You guys are going to know. I don't keep up on that. I need to do that. I'm terrible. Let's see. Everybody's just been so helpful with all these lovely comments for Julie. Aren't you guys are so wonderful? So if there aren't any more discussions, you know what? I didn't say mine. Hello. Oh, we've got some more. I have yet to pick up a Kingfisher I haven't loved. Ooh. So if you're into dark, there you go. My dark book reads are all thrillers. Oh, good. One good one that has a romance subplot is Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. I have definitely heard of that one, Cheryl. Interesting. Claire Kent Last Light is a post-apocalyptic story. Whoa. Yeah, I someday maybe I'll get into that. Interesting. I actually never read it nor plan to. Oh, which one, Christina? The are you talking about the dark one that you were mentioning earlier? T. Kingfisher is great, dark but funny. Interesting. Oh, and I already told you about my dark. I was going to say, what was my dark? Oh, yeah, we did that already. Oh, Haunting Adeline. Thank you, Christina. See, you're keeping me on track. I love it. Okie doke. Well, if we are ready, let's move on to topic number 4 for our summer fun book tag. Name a sad book. And of course, this would be a sad book that you would recommend. a sad book that you love. Tell us in the comments what is one that you would recommend. Oh, and The Highwayman is another good dark one. Yes. It's on everybody's lists. Everybody's lists. Yes. The main male character puts a gun up their female. No. Yeah. Not my favorite. Yeah, I can see that as being one that you weren't tempted or thinking that you'd read. Oh, for me, the sad book that I really enjoyed, it wasn't sad the entire time, but, and do I have it right here? Yes, I do. Well, yeah, I'll grab it. Why not? It's just me anyway. Me and all of you fine people. I know I talked about this one at length on my channel, but because I tend to avoid sad, I don't have a lot to recommend, but this one did have some sad elements, although I think ultimately it's hopeful. But this one would be the only thing that came to mind. I racked my brain to come up with a sad one because I avoid sad and dark like the plague generally. So, but this one was exceptional. Just really quickly, in case you haven't heard me gush endlessly about this, this is about a real man. You can actually, I don't think I've mentioned this, his picture you can find on the internet. Graham Gore from 1847. He was in a doomed expedition into the North Atlantic looking for a specific pass through the icy regions up there. And then he never came out. In any case, this is a fiction story about that real person. He and other people from around time are plucked from their timeline with the aid of a time machine, and they're pulled into future London, not too far in the future London, where there's some issues happening in which they believe that plucking these particular people from segments of time will help them in a particular mission. Well, our gal from almost present day, slightly future London falls in love with Graham Gore from 1847. It's fascinating. There's so many twists and turns, but it is gruesome. There are parts of it that are sad, but I still can't stop thinking about this book. It was so good. And it just came out last month, I want to say. So this is a great one if you're looking for one that has some sad. So I'm sure there are people that are. So let's see what everybody said. I'm excited. Oh, The Samurai's Garden. It is really worth your time. Did you mention that one before? I think you might have told me about that one because I remember you mentioning something and I thought, I don't have a great frame of reference for samurai, but one of my favorite movies is The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. I enjoyed that immensely. So I'm sure that's probably not in any way similar, aside from the fact that it has samurai in the title. So I'm sorry about that. That's my own ignorance there. But definitely, I'm going to do it again. Remind me to add The Samurai's Garden to my TBR. I'm sorry, I'm still doing it. Where's Julie to make fun of me, right? Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, it is sad. Oh, it is sad. Well, so is The Last Samurai, and beautiful. See, I love things can be sad but beautiful. It's true. Gene Wilder's Kiss Me Like a Stranger broke my heart. Oh my. A sad classic. The Great Gatsby. Yes. Fitzgerald, Unrequited Love, Under a Society in Prime of Their Recklessness, Greed, and Their Exhibitions. Yes. Yes. That is one of my favorite books. And The Green Light, This Hope. What are the last lines from the very last page? I don't have it in front of me, but what does he say? Something to the effect of, and so we press on, boats against the tide, ceaselessly reaching into the past. Something to that effect. And I find that both, as Almina just said, it's sad but beautiful at the same time. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I know sad books outside of Holocaust books. Well, you're not going to get much sadder than that. Well, that's true. Yikes, yeah. The Great Gatsby ending is haunting, heartbreaking, and thought-provoking on the topic of escapism in the Gilded Age. Wow, beautifully stated, beautifully stated. I love The Last Samurai. Yes. Did you know that was filmed in New Zealand? Or not near, I don't know how near, but where they filmed like Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, because they didn't have areas like that anymore in Japan. And when they flew extras for the movie Last Samurai to New Zealand. These were people that were playing like the elderly villagers. Those people hadn't seen villages like that since they were children, and they actually cried because they said it looked so real. It reminded them of their childhood. I absorbed everything I could about The Last Samurai, all the makings of and everything. I'm sure you can find it online, but just so fascinating. Watch Shogun. I know. I need to do that. I heard they're only making one season though. Is that accurate? Does anybody know? I know people were sad. This book takes place when the samurai's period ends, just like Last Samurai. Kind of at the end of that. That's true. Shanghai Girls and Pachinko. I know those are supposed to be sad, but I haven't read them yet. They're on my shelf judging me. Don't I know about that? Isn't it funny how books can just be on shelves judging? Who would have thought? But it's true, right? I love it. Wilder, the original Willy Wonka. I was thinking that when you said Gene Wilder, or you said Gene Wilder, and I thought I was thinking Gene Wilder, the original Willy Wonka. Was it written by actually Gene Wilder? Really, Gene Wilder? Or is it just a coincidence that they had the same name? Oh, there you are. Hey, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? North and South. Oh, no, but I've heard so much about it. I need to do that. Who would have thought that we were going to be so excited about sad books, right? I do. I feel like my father, that's right up his alley in terms of history. So even if I weren't to read it, I could certainly ask him. Unless Game of Thrones counts. We talked about that last night on Crystal's Live. Maybe The Last Ranger. Ooh, Elizabeth Gaskell. Oh, Black Beauty. Yes. Yes, I'm bringing it down, aren't I? I'm like, everybody, let's just talk about sad things. Let's just be sad. Julie, it's really gone downhill since you left. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, the filming on The Last Samurai. Yes. Seriously, look up the making of Last Samurai on YouTube. I bet you'll find some film. Now I'm going to do that too. I mean, not right now, but yes, oh my gosh, so good. So good. Shogun got so popular, they're going to do another season and spin-offs. It's different from the book. Amazing cast and great storyline. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so thankful you told us that because actually, come to think of it, isn't there at least one person from Last Samurai who's in Shogun? I believe there is. You'd have to have watched both to know that. But yeah, I love The Last Samurai. The music is amazing too. Yes. Sometimes when I go for walks in the woods, I'll listen to that soundtrack. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes, it's his biography and he narrates it too. Oh no, and it's sad. Oh no, Gene Wilder's biography is sad. Well, that makes me sad. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh no. That's unfortunate. I would have loved for him to have just had a happy story. White Fang is another sad one. I think Call of the Wild is another sad one, but I don't remember it so well. Maybe you blocked it. Then, of course, there's like Old Yeller and, things like that. If you can watch the show of North and South, you'll love it. Oh, boy, I'm going to look for that. I'm going to look for that. I would have thought they'd adapt Gaijin next. Oh, excited about Shogun. Yes. Hi. Here I am. Yes. Here I am. Just me. Lots of me. Too much me. Memoirs of a Geisha. Oh, yes. Yes. You had a crush on him for ages. I love it. How fun. How fun. Oh my goodness. Okie doke. Well, should we move on to our next topic for I feel like these are all negative. I'm so sorry now that I'm looking at them. We're going to jump into our next topic we're going from sad book to Sandy. It's a Sandy emoji, and it's a book that irritated you. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, let's just complain. Let's go on here and complain. I'm so sorry. And before we move on, Rachel wants to say, I actually surprised they didn't ask Ken Watanabe to be in Shogun. Yes. What? Maybe they did and he was busy. I mean, I have no idea, but that could be. Yeah, in any case, book that irritated me. Oh, where do I begin? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay, so people are going to have some answers. Yes, yes, everyone. This is the Sandy one. What did she call it? Sand, just sand for, beachy. A book that irritated you. I'll tell you mine while people are thinking. I know I like put everybody on the spot here. In Her Own Right was a book that irritated me. Lizelle and I of um of Lizelle Loves Books. I love her. And she and I buddy read last week In Her Own Right, which is the first book. Actually, it's the weird thing. It's technically the second book in this series. And the author even comes out and says, I know you're going to wonder if you should have read the first book first, but I'm here to tell you that no, you shouldn't. And the first book isn't coming out until next month. But the second book is out. And the second book references the first book about 1,000,000 times. You will hear me talk. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm so sorry. I should turn off my notifications. You'll hear me talk about it, but you can also go to Lizelle's channel, Lizelle Loves Books, because she and I spoke endlessly about the convoluted way that they've rolled out this series with the second book first. And then it leads into like a cliffhanger for the third book, which heaven knows when that one will be published, because the first one is coming out. I don't understand. And then also it's supposed to be about a friends to lovers, but we don't even really get a friendship element. They go right into lovers, and then they decide it doesn't work out, so they just snipe at each other for the vast majority of the book. All the spice is front loaded, and then they decide that it wasn't a good idea, and then they're just arguing. So not my favorite. Lizelle and I mean, she's so brilliant. We had so many conversations about it's all seemed backwards, and anyway. So hate to say it, but that's where I was with that. So yeah, no. Okay, everybody, I need a moment. Amina, you're killing me, girl. Unfortunately, Suddenly You by Lisa Kleypas. Do I want to know? Oh, you're already telling me. The guy was so irritating. Okay, all right. This is good. I need to know. I needed to know this. I still haven't read it. I wanted to read it, and I feel like my expectations are being tempered, so I appreciate that, Amina. None come to mind. See, Megan, that was me at first, and then I was like, I'm gonna complain about things. So I'd say Veronica's Dragon by Ruby Dixon. No, you guys. Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, a few of those words go a very long way with me. And I'll go a step further and say I don't mind those words all that much in the alien romance, but throw those into contemporary and sometimes historical, and I just get up in arms. I'm like, what did they just say? What? I don't know why. For some reason, I don't know if it feels like the rules are different in alien romance for all of you, all one of you probably who enjoys alien romance, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe I give them more of a pass because it just feels like it's otherworldly. But I definitely have different expectations for my contemporary than I do, for example, than my alien romance. But you're right. You're right. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, I can't remember what was weird. Oh, yes, In Her Own Right. I know what you're talking about. This is why I need other people alive with me to be like, okay, this is what she's talking about. God Killer. Oh my, that's quite a title. DNF'd it at 70% because there was no explanation how the God Killer learned to become, and she was the only interesting character. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Well, you know what? Good for you for DNFing if you didn't enjoy it. So let me start by saying we're about to get a lot from Rachel, I think. Daughter of the Moon Goddess was a delight. The sequel did not need to exist. Oh no, it's one of those, huh? It was 400 pages of being slapped in the face. Like, hello, ma'am, no, that man is the biggest. I feel like there's more. Walking red flag, coated in toxic ass behavior. Practically the neon sign for red flags. Stop this. I don't care that he has quips now. A brood boy in black with a tragic backstory does not a boyfriend make. I love it, Rachel. I love it. The Vampire. Oh, The Vampire Wife, by Kristen Painter. I got the gist of what the author was going for. The main female character was written so paper thin with little agency, I cackled at the majority. Isn't it funny when you can laugh at a book and you have a sense that you probably shouldn't be laughing? I've definitely been there. I have definitely been there. I would love to hear your thoughts about Suddenly You. Yes. I will definitely have to compare notes. I still haven't read it, as I just mentioned a moment ago. But yes, I will definitely have to compare notes. I also want to say that there's a reason. Sorry, there's something on my computer screen. There's a reason Sarah J. Maas is my arch nemesis. You have an arch nemesis? Of course you do, Rachel. I love it. It makes you more interesting. Just saying. She's probably a nice person, but her books, pain and insufferable suffering. Insufferable suffering. I love it. What is Suddenly You? Do you want me to take this one, Amina? I'll just say Suddenly You is a standalone romance written by the great Lisa Kleypas. So if you enjoy historical romance, she's likely an author that you would like to read. Many people tout it as being one of her best novels. Amina begs to differ. And I tend to have the same taste as Amina. So I am very curious to see what I'm going to say. Maybe, I mean, obviously I've deviated with, for example, Sweetest Scoundrel, so I wouldn't be at all surprised. So we'll have to see. I haven't read a new Lisa Kleypas in ages, so I really need to. The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. Marital, you know what? Assault is never okay. Thank you. I just finished that the other day and I felt the same way. I was so unhappy with that book. And Daphne, come on, Daphne. I was poor Simon. I felt like everyone was mean to him in that book. I haven't even seen the series. I can't even imagine what the season's going to bring. I want to see it at some point. But yes, well said, Christina. Well said. Mine was a cozy mystery. The cover was amazing, but inside was disappointing. Sadly, I think that's happened to all of us. Thank you. I'm gonna. I think I didn't like Suddenly You. Wait, what? Oh my heavens, guys! I think I didn't like Suddenly You very much either. Now that I think about it, if it's the book I'm thinking of, oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, there you have it. Uprooted. How did I forget? Because there is a good story somewhere in there under all that messy block text. But it's just too long and boring. And how did they fall in love? When did it happen? I read a book just the other day and I thought the same thing. Oh, it was The Footman and I by Valerie Bowman, which I believe is still free on Kindle. Not Kindle Unlimited, but free on Kindle. It was good, but I was like, what? Are we in love? We're just talking about Parliament a lot. We're talking about the employment bill quite a bit. But they do fall in love. But I was like, is that enough to fall in love on? Just your frequent discussions on the employment bill? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a Julia Quinn fan, like many authors of their times in the 1990s. A few bumbles were made. This is true. Well said. Sorry, B. Thank you, Megan. you gotta speak your mind, right? You gotta be honest. I respect it. I respect it. Like Amina's like, thank you for backing me up. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, you guys crack me up. Oh, Julie. Oh no, is she not feeling well? She's messaging me. I'm just gonna check. She's messaging me on are you okay, Julie? Are you still there? Forgive me for looking at my phone. Oh, yeah, she's still not feeling well. She might not even be joining us in the chat. I'm gonna have to check on her later. Poor thing. Oh my. Bloody Rose. I don't know if I'd say it was irritating, but it was disappointing. And there were so many references to the previous book to remind me there was a better story, but you're reading this. Oh, Rachel, you are endlessly enjoyable. I have to say, well, all of you guys are. I just have so much fun. All right, so let's see. Have we exhausted the name a book that irritated you topic? I believe that we probably have. Of course, if there are a few straggler comments, we're more than happy to read them. But let's move into maybe some happier terrain with number 6. Name your favorite book to screen adaptation. I am really excited to hear these. Favorite book to screen adaptation could have been made at any point. If you think I'm enjoyable, check out my books. And Waggles eyebrows. There it is. She forgot to waggle her eyebrows the other night, and I was in the chat like, where's the Waggles eyebrows, Rachel? Don't let us down. Oh, Christina, Harry Potter series done. Yes. Yes. I don't know if people are going to be able to come up with anything better than that. That's fantastic. So well said. Yes. book to screen Count of Monte Cristo. Ooh, that's a good one too. I probably could have thought more about this, but I thought I probably should at least not pretend, but keep it near my original idea for this series, which was Twilight. So I said New Moon is my favorite book to screen adaptation because it's one of the only books that I can think of where I actually prefer the movie to the book. But, I don't think, and upon further inspection and what you guys have just said, I've not picked the best book to movie adaptation. So, oh well. The recent Disney Plus Percy Jackson TV series is an amazing adaptation. Ooh, we'll have to hop into that. Lord of the Rings, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, you're coming up with such good ones. Book to screen for me has to be Murder on the Orient Express, the 1971 adaptation. Okay, now I hope it's not too annoying to type more, Julie, but, and I'm glad you're right here, by the way. Why the 1971? Because if I remember correctly, which I might not be, I think there's 5 movie adaptations for that book. So I'm very curious to see why 1971 specifically. Is that the one that Robert Redford is in? I bet it is. Elizabeth Gaskell North and South without any hesitation. There we are again, North and South. I need to watch that. Oopsie, I don't want to skip anybody. Pride and Prejudice. I love how you're numbering your answers. You're so good. Thank you. I usually do need that. Jane Austen, Undefeated, baby. More successful interpretations and still a cultural pop culture phenomenon to this day. Yes, yes. Awesome. Wonderful. I don't know if I can say Howl's Moving Castle or How to Train Your Dragon because they deviate so far from the book. That's a good point. When it's just sort of inspired by the text as opposed to, what's a good word? It's like instead of just being the book. I can't think of words. I really need to think of words. You guys have words at least. You know what I'm saying? Inspired versus there's that whole thing inspired by actual events and then like more documentary style. I'm just going to move on because I can't talk. Richard Armitage is amazing. Yes. Yes. This is many years ago now, but I loved the Circle of Friends adaptation. One of my favorite books ever. Is that the one with, oh my heavens, what is his, oh my gosh, I had that soundtrack. I was obsessed with that movie. The early 90s, right? Ian Cumming. Oh my gosh, the girl with the curly hair. And then, oh my gosh, the boy that everyone had a crush on in the 90s. Help me out, Cheryl, or anyone. I know what you're talking about. I loved that movie. I didn't realize there was a book. I feel so silly. And of course, drum roll, Shogun. Ah, there it is, bringing it back. I love it. And the version of Anne of Green Gables with Megan Follows. Oh, my daughter's 4. I would love to start doing books like that. I actually found a tiny board book, which was Anne of Green Gables. And it was just a couple of the events from the book. I really want to share those with my daughter. How fun. Oh, yes. Yes. Some great suggestions. I know. See, now we all just want to go watch movies. That's, I think, what we want to do. I liked the Sense and Sensibility adaptation where the actor who plays the governor on The Walking Dead plays Colonel Brandon, the goodest boy. Excellent. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. This year I'm doing my year of Bridgerton, trying to read all the Rokesbys and the Bridgertons in 2024. Next year, I want to do a year of Jane Austen. And since she has 6 major works, what I'd like to do is read one of her and we could buddy read this. We could do a read along. We could do, whatever you guys are interested in. Whatever. But, doing one, like, for example, and going in chronological order of publication and leaving out Sanditon because it wasn't finished, but I might prefer to add that in 2026 probably. But in the year of 2025, doing, like, for example, 1 month doing Emma, and then the following month doing maybe a try a chapter challenge where we find various versions, updates, remixes of Emma, trying the chapter of each and then choosing a favorite and reading that. I think that would be so fun. Wouldn't that be, right? Just do a year of Jane Austen. I would love that. Oh, hey, Hannah. I loved The Last Kingdom and its adaptation, but I've not read the books. I want to one day, though. Very cool. Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, I love him. Let me count the ways. Oh my gosh, I was such a Leo groupie. Minnie Driver. That's the girl from Circle of Friends. Yes, with the curly hair. Yes. Chris O'Donnell. That's who I was thinking of. Yes. Who is, oh no, is he or is he? No, he's not with Leonardo DiCaprio in The Man with Two Faces. I'm probably getting in the weeds right now and nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. The Man in the Iron Mask. That's it. Because they're like the Musketeers, but Chris O'Donnell was in the Three Musketeers. Leonardo DiCaprio was in The Man in the Iron Mask, both of which are sort of set in Royal France. Not that Royal France is a place. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to move on. Okay. Game of Thrones was an exceptional adaptation until they ran out of source material. Oh, well said. Oh, the year of Jane Austen, right? Wouldn't that be fun? I found, and I think if you guys have an Audible subscription, and I'm hoping this is still true, at some point they had Audible originals, and I want to say that it was it may have been for a limited time, but they have Audible originals with full cast and sound effects for each of the 6 main works by Jane Austen, and these are big actors as well, like Carey Mulligan, Emma Thompson, who of course was in Sense and Sensibility, one of the versions, right? So I have had them. I've had these books in my Audible queue, shelf, whatever, forever. And they're just sitting there. And as Rachel would say, they're staring at me and they're judging me. So I think we should do it. Let's make 2025 a Jane Austen year. I think that would be so fun. Emma is currently being paralleled to the character Eloise in Bridgerton. Get out! That is fascinating. I love that. I remember liking the A Little Princess adaptation. Oh, how nice. Adaptation of The Secret Garden. Oh, hit or miss. Yeah. Yep. Yes, and I loved both movies. They were my teen comfort movies. I'm assuming we're talking about Man with the Iron Mask and The Three Musketeers. Maybe. Similar with adaptations of Anne of Green Gables. Some work really well, other kind of rush the story. I was thinking about that the other day with regards to Little Women. There have been so many adaptations of Little Women, and I was watching a documentary on them and how each of them sort of takes a different stance in terms of what they want to focus on. They're focusing on feminism versus the romantic elements of the story, etc. I want to find the documentary. I don't think I got a chance to finish it. But I feel like for me, I saw the really, really old Little Women with, I want to say Elizabeth. Oh my gosh, I can't think of words today. Famous actress, Elizabeth. Oh, good night. I'm going to stop. The one that I watched the most was the one in the 90s, because that's when I was little and I loved it so much. With Winona Ryder. Look, a name. I can remember a name. But anyway, I love the Little Women's, and I haven't seen the newest one. So if you have, let me know what you thought. And especially if you've seen the newest one and then the one in the 90s, which one you thought was superior, because I would die to know what you think about that. I'm just so curious. Elizabeth, oh my gosh, her name's going to drive me crazy. Famous old actress. The Princess Diaries is another that's more adaptation in name only, but the films are so sweet. Rachel, you know what you're making me think of? Under the Tuscan Sun. I adore that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my comfort watches. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But again, it was mostly just inspired by the title of the book. The book, everyone was so disappointed after the movie came out because they all went and bought the book. And the book is more about just rehabbing a house. But yes. Oh, that's so funny that you mentioned that. Yeah. That's another one of my favorites. There are books that are very difficult to adapt on TV or cinema. That's true. And another one, you're making me think, Amna, about the Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. I was fascinated to see the Disney adaptation that the animation looks a bit crude, honestly, compared to what we can have today. But the one with Jim Carrey, where they're able to do so many things that are fantastical and magical in the animated version that they couldn't do in a live action because obviously there's so many magical elements in Christmas Carol. He's going with ghosts and he's flying through the air, and it's somewhat difficult to do that in live action, but the animation really, I thought, carried that well. And when I physically read A Christmas Carol, it felt like the Jim Carrey version, even though sometimes it's a little hard to look at. It seemed like that, in my opinion, and I would be curious to hear your opinions, that one seemed to be the one that most closely resembled the original work. But that's just me. That's my thought. Okay, I don't want to miss anybody's. Oh, goodness. Oh, let's see. We're seeing so many good ones. I don't want to forget a single comment here. Okay, we did. Yes, we talked about that. There are books that are very difficult. Oh, there we are. There we are. I missed the question. Sorry, Kristen. I was wondering what your comfort movies were. The Princess Diaries, Ella Enchanted. Oh, let's just watch those right now. I love those. And she is such oh my gosh, she's so dear. I love her. I read all the Jane Austen novels a while back. A few of them all have other themes other than romance. Like one is satire on Gothic. Emma is comedy. Yes. Well, right. Northanger Abbey. That's a Gothic, right? I really enjoyed that. And I loved the movie. There's another great movie adaptation. And the gentleman in the movie adaptation of Northanger Abbey is also in Austenland. And I know a lot of you have seen and loved Austenland maybe as much as I do. Austenland, another book to movie adaptation. I love that movie. I know it by heart. And I've not read the book yet. And I actually just got a new copy and I don't know where it is. I'm going to haul it soon. Wait until you see it. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I loved that movie. I have no idea what you're talking about, Rachel. I'm so sorry. I know we're talking about so many things. I think it's the same with Devil Wears Prada. Yes. Yes. I love those. Yes. You're right. The Charles Dickens is difficult to adapt. Yes. The Devil Wears Prada book is good, but the movie is better based off the novel material. Isn't it great when they can do that? And it makes something even better. Oh, Jurassic Park. Yes, that counts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And my husband read that the other day. It was like a couple years ago. But he was saying that it was so fascinating, just the scientific aspect. And in fact, not to go there, but I am for a moment, World War Z. Gosh, even thinking about that makes me feel creepy crawly. But World War Z, my husband read, and that one is very much supposed to be scientifically based. That is about a zombie pandemic, which they were going to make a second one. Brad Pitt, who never signs on to do sequels, actually signed on to make a sequel for World War Z. And then the actual pandemic happened. And I think that everyone was like, no, we don't really want to make anything like that. Maybe. Jurassic Park definitely counts, right? Yes, it does. It does count. I didn't like the film adaptation of Ella Enchanted, but I adore the book. Oh boy. Well, at least you have one you love. The Princess Bride, Goonies, The Never-Ending Story. Yes. Yes. Bring in the 80s. All right. Totally agree with you, Megan. Oh, and When Harry Met Sally. That was a book? Get out. Romance sell better. Like Rebecca is not a romance, and they completely transformed TV adaptation. Oh, Rebecca. Yes. Yes, there are 3 books of Austen that I remember not liking, but now I think it's because I didn't understand Austen's point for those books. Yes, I read the other day, this was in another romance novel. They were talking about, I want to say it was one by Chloe Leese, one of her Wilmot sisters books. They were talking about how, not that that was important, but how Austen's books were more reflection on society and culture as opposed to romance. That was the discussion. I don't know, how do people have an opinion in the chat? What do you think? Are Austen's books primarily about society, culture, rules, that type of thing, or romance? Or would you say it's an equal mix of both? Hold, please. I'll have to check about When Harry Met Sally. We're holding. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's good that you're checking things because I definitely need someone to check some things for me too. Oh, yes. Okay. I love it. Oh my gosh, this has been so fun. How fun. Okay, so let's see. Well, if we have exhausted that topic, Sorry, I'm taking a sip because I haven't stopped talking. This is the most I've talked without anyone else talking in a very long time. Probably years. Oh, goodness. I think the Austen mix varies per book. Okay, well, that's fair. So we see some romance. I mean, honestly, yeah, Megan, you got to be right. Sometimes it's more romance. Sometimes it's going to be more ruminations on society, etc. Yeah. Yes, we read Jane Austen as historical romance, but they're a critic on society and contemporary romance. A critique, sorry, a critique. I'm not sure Austen's books are primarily romance or societal issues. I think it's about women taking charge of themselves in what ways they can. I love it. Yes. Yes. More on self identity. Ooh, well said. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let's see. We've just discussed for quite some time, which I've had so much fun doing, favorite book to screen adaptation. Let's jump into what Bookables had referred to as the dropped ice cream cone. Oh, now we're going negative again. Name a book that you were anticipating but didn't like. And I'm sure as we begin, we'll have a couple stragglers from our previous, which was really fun. I'm going to read those right now as we talk about a book, or as we think about a book that we were really anticipating but didn't quite like as much as we were hoping. I feel Austen is 50-50. It's talking from a young female perspective of middle class, talking on romance from a woman who was single all her life. Yeah. I visited the Austen Museum yet recently. Oh, how fun, Julie. That's terrific. All right, so we are talking about a book that you were anticipating, but maybe didn't quite like. So for me, I have one, and I feel bad about saying it because I know a lot of people love it. But for me, the one that was not quite a hit for me was Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And I've mentioned that primarily it has to do with the fact that I do not knotting is not my thing. It's not my thing, and I don't need to talk about it more than that because, whoa, it's not my thing. But yes, it just didn't quite hit for me. The romance wasn't as good as I was hoping, and some of the world building, it just felt like it was just setting up for an entire series, and there was just a lot of that. So, and it was kind of a little bit humorous, but it just wasn't quite my cup of tea. So, and quite frankly, I shouldn't be too surprised because I'm not a huge paranormal romance girly most of the time. So maybe that's what it was. But a lot of people loved it. Me, I'm not quite, it was not quite my thing. I am looking forward to Hazelwood's new book, which is coming out, I want to say June 11th, called Not in Love, which is going to be another departure for her. It's STEM related, like most of her books, but this one she has emphatically stated is not a comedy. It's not a rom-com. It's going to be dramatic. So I'm really curious to see what that one is going to be like. So I'm looking forward to that one in June. Snowbound with the Winter Lord. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I'm sure you were very much anticipating that one for such a very long time. Yes, not the epic tale that we were hoping. Because romance plays a part in Austen's books, but only when the pair view each other as equals, and the women don't have any intention of changing the system or fighting against it. Another great rumination on Austen. Awesome. I was expecting a good story. Yes. As you should, Amina, from Snowbound with the Winter Lord. It was sort of all over the place and just felt like checking boxes, right? They made a book off the screenplay, not book to screen. Oops. Oh, they did. I think she's referring to When Harry Met Sally. Isn't it funny when they do that? I'm trying to think, there was another book recently where the movie did so well that they made a book. I feel like they do that a lot with Disney or children's shows and movies because I see those a lot. The kids love them, and then we have a million books of them, and they're not very good. I feel bad. Anyway, rather, I think it's the characters using what power they have to make a stand for themselves as an individual. This again is about Austen. Well said. I know. I can't do it. I can't do it, Christina. And a lot of people love it. Or at least they're not bothered by it. I'm gonna make a confession right now. This is confession time. When I found out what that was, I was so disturbed that I actually started donating. This is so dumb, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tell you guys. I started donating to the ASPCA. Not that the ASPCA is going to find the cure for nodding. I don't know. It just made me feel better. Is that the silliest thing you've ever heard? I've never said that before, and now that I can't edit it out because I'm live, that's what it was just not my cup of tea, and now I donate to the ASPCA because it just sounds so awful. Makes no sense. I get it. Anyway, all right. Why did I share that? See, if I could edit, I would have edited that right out because it just sounds ridiculous because it is. But there you have it. Okay, anticipating but didn't like. Oh, so many times. It's the sequel to a book I gave 5 stars to. There you go. There you go. I had high hopes for this one, but ended up DNFing. Butcher and Blackbird. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Oh my, I heard so many good things, but I wasn't going to touch that with a 10-foot pole because I heard it was really dark. Everybody said you had to check your trigger warnings. So that's really interesting. Oh my. Was there a particular, you don't have to tell us what it was, but was there a particular scene? Well, obviously, yeah. Once you DNF'd, you're like, that was it. That was one too many things, I'm guessing. I know I'm gonna hate it. Oh, I know I'm gonna hate Stephenie Meyer's you're going to get hate. The Twilight Saga. I said what I said, but I appreciate Stephenie Meyer all the same. Well, that's like a balanced view. I will tell you, I don't know that anyone in this live is particularly concerned. I know you're gonna think we started out at the beginning with Life and Death, which is the gender swapped Twilight book. I don't know why we decided to do that. We've made one wrong move after another, Julie and I, with this series. We just thought, you know what? We wanted to buddy read it, and they thought, well, if other people want to join us, great. So that was essentially what this has been. And what it's turned into is basically just friends hanging out online and chatting about books, which I have enjoyed immensely. So yes, I don't think that you're going to get a great deal of hate from this group because as we started out being interested in Twilight and now we just enjoy talking. So don't worry. Heart of the Sun Warrior, which I already ranted about, Bloody Rose are the first to spring to mind. Okay. I remember vaguely Talking to Dragons as the concluding book to a series was sweet but lackluster. Interesting. Oh, the 50 Shades of Grey saga walked so the all wait, I'm reading this wrong. The 50 Shades of Grey saga walked so all the other clones could run. Oh, walked so all the other clones could run. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon couldn't pick a storyline. There'd be a fight scene, and then there'd be angst, and then jump to political gain. Wow. Does sound like a lot. I still don't know what it is. We're not going to talk about it. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, you don't look it up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Then you'll start donating to the ASPCA for no reason. Anyway, okay, sorry. Wait, it's staring at me from the corner because I put it in an indefinite amount of time. Red Sunrise. I was promised vampires versus samurai, but it was a bust. Oh no! How do you promise vampires versus samurai and then not deliver? I know that's what you mean. I know. Don't worry. It's okay. We don't have to talk about it. And you're so happy that you don't know. You know what? I'm so happy for you that you don't know. I would also like to not know. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. It's sad that only Barbarian Lover was the only 5-star for me out of the entire IPB series. Christina, I'm so sorry. And that's the third one, right? I think that is the third one with Ihako. I loved him. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I loved quite a few of those, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully some of the other ones were at least 4-star or maybe even 3.5 for you. Hopefully. And it's basically a short story when I was promised a novel and reads like a screenplay hastily reformatted. Oh, this is vampires versus samurai. Spending too much time explaining what a katana and a daimyo, I am so sorry, I probably ruined that, is, "Sir, you do not have the time to be talking down to me right now. You got less than 80 pages." Right? Gotta make use of that time. It's not weird, B. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kristen. You're so sweet. Oh, I just thought of an anticipated book that was disappointing. Allegiant, The Last of the Divergent. I've heard that. I have heard that, Megan. I started this series and then I never did wind up finishing it because I had heard not great things. So I thought, well, I guess not. It was not for me. Ha ha ha. The thing about Twilight is that even though it's not well written and we want to scream, "Run, Bella, those guys are red flags," we cannot stop reading and watching the movies. It is so addicting. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I will tell you though, I will say this is another true confession. I didn't be with the Ever After readathon. I have not, and doing all the things, getting my summer words. I'm just losing words. My summer step back countdown, getting all these things together, getting everything done before all the kids get out of school. Didn't have time to read Breaking Dawn, and I was going to watch the movie. Didn't have time to watch the movie. And quite frankly, I'm not super sad because Breaking Dawn Part 1 is my least favorite of the entire series. Partly because, as you may know, as being Team Edward, which I am, my interest plummets once Jacob's no longer in the picture. And also, all of the medical things are difficult to watch once Bill is pregnant, and it's very challenging. So anyway, I want to apologize formally for that. But yes, we are still, for the most part, super addicted to these books. Or Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Yes. Yes, Megan. And I agree with whoever picked Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey. Me too. Yes. The Tiger's Daughter, I was also excited about and ended up DNFing. Each viewpoint is in a different tense, past, present, and it was such a tonal whiplash. Just pick one. Yes. That happens to me too when there's various tones. Like it does not. It just makes it creepy. I don't know. Sometimes it's creepy to read, especially if you're reading romance, which is tonally all over the place. I've DNF'd for that reason as well. At Megan's Book Nook, I had a whole era of Divergent, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, YA dystopia with a little romance. Yes. Yes. The LOL, same, right? I think a lot of us can relate to that. I still have not read the Twilight Saga, but here I am, and we're so happy you're here. And we're so happy you're here. You probably aren't going to read it or you haven't read it by now. I'm just going to say, Megan. I guess I can add Eve, The Awakening to the list after Jenna, author, talked such big talk and delivered meh, and then decided not to continue with book 2. That is unfortunate. I thought you were Team Jacob. I am Team Jacob. I am. Wait, did I say something else? I'm sorry, Christina. I am Team Jacob. I have my shirt and everything. Which I definitely get looks, by the way, when I wear this out and about. Because it says, and it also says, again, showing my shirt awkwardly, which is one of my favorite things, in my the Jacob Black, the Eras tour. And people are like, is that new? Because it's like Taylor Swift, but it's Twilight. I get the most interesting looks. It's hilarious. Cursed Child is not canon. It doesn't exist. That's hilarious. Oh, I love it. Which, frankly, Eve is a better book than, I can't remember what you had said earlier. If anyone is good at remembering those two acronyms, those are the two titles. But she be doubling down on Diet Spartacus for some reason. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okie doke. So let's see here. I feel like, again, we've exhausted the topic of a book that you were anticipating but didn't quite like. Now, and I feel like some of these are going to fall in the same category. Name a tall or long book that you loved. I'm anticipating some Harry Potters, maybe, right? Other long books, big tomes. What do we have, people? What do we have? What was this, Rachel? When I rewrite Twilight for Hallmark, let's get on that right now. Ed never came back. Bella went to college and came back to save Jacob's bakery business. Save the bakery. Yes. Exactly. If you know, you know, right? Taylor, Jacob in the Valentine's. Yes! Taylor, Jacob in the Valentine Day movie. Canon in real life, former partner of Taylor Swift. Yes! That's it. Yes, the Valentine's Day movie. I love that movie. I own it on DVD, despite the fact that we don't watch DVDs much anymore. I loved it. Yes, seeing the two of them together, so cute. Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner, the two Taylors who really were dating at the time. Isn't that funny? I love that. I love that you brought that up. Words of Radiance. This is for the, by the way, because of occasionally I like to get on topic, the name a tall, long book that you loved. Megan says Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson, book 2 of the Stormlight Archive. 1,200 pages, but it was fantastic. Currently on book 3. Oh boy. Awesome. Good for you, Megan. That's great. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Yay! The longest book I've read is Les Mis, and it is beautiful. Oh, yay! I love it. I don't know how to answer because page count varies. Well, that's true. Can I name my own? Of course you can, Rachel. We love for you to name your own, only if you also waggle your eyebrows. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. And one that was a long book that I loved. Should I pull them down? Why not? Well, no, they're kind of up there. Well, okay, you guys read your chat because there's no one else to talk. I want to get them because I want to show you, but they're up here. So just read each other's chat for a moment. And I'm just gonna be right here. This is so awkward. Join B for awkward live times by yourself. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Okay, it's behind another one. I'm kind of running out of room. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Okay. All right, here we are. Ta-da! Okay, I'm back. All right, let's see what else people said too. Let's see here. I'm a glutton for punishment, War and Peace, Gone with the Wind, and Narnia. Wow! Oh, that's fantastic. All in high school. Wow. You must have been reading up a storm at that time. That's great. Let's see. I don't want to forget any comments. But for a tall book, I'll go for Fantasy Lover. A cursed soldier is locked in it, so he cannot be taller. So it cannot be taller. What? You've talked to me about this book before, Amina. I really want to read it. I really want to read that. Frederick Buckman's The Winners, the conclusion to the Bear Town series. So good. I need to read those, Cheryl. I have heard such good things. Heck yeah, A Dance of Mist and Fury, 912-ish pages, 265,000 words of Beauty and the Beast meets Mulan with, oh, I'm going to say this badly and I'm so sorry, Ghibli vibes. I'm so sorry. This is Rachel's book, A Dance of Mist and Fury. The cover is gorgeous. I have not had a chance to read it. I want to, and I highly recommend because Rachel can put some words together. It's clear. And I would love to see what she does on the page. For sure. Oh my gosh. A Dance of Mist and Fury. How fun. We'll have to look into that. Just become my own personal comfort read. I love it. Cursed. What? Okay. So here's I'm missing something. I'm so sorry. Is it scursed? It's not scursed, right? It's cursed. Okay. Marvel as I get confused. All right. So for me, I haven't mentioned this one in a couple days, right? The Prince of Prohibition. Not only do I have this gorgeous, gorgeous paperback, but Hannah Blackwell got me this one, the hardback. I love these so much. It's Faye meets Great Gatsby. Well, they would say, well, not Faye. A Court of Thorns and Roses series meets Great Gatsby, if you want to combine two books. It's fantastic. Fantastic. And yeah, Roaring 20s, but with Faye, it's so good. And The Veil of Violence, which is the second and I believe final book, and what I'm assuming is a duet, but I will find out for sure, just came out, I want to say on the 14th of May, and I have it, and I'm going to start it on June first. And I'm going to listen to it a little bit every day in the month of June. I like to space it out because it's a big one. It's like 19 hours long, over 19 hours long. So I'm really, really excited. So that's going to be good. Rachel can put words together. Check out the chat for reference. That's right. Evidence right here or over here, depending on where your chat is, of all those words she's putting together. I've misspelled curse before. This is why I wrote it again. Oh, okay. Sorry. I know you had a good reason, and I knew it was eluding me. So I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, too funny. Okie dokie. Well, if no one else has a tall or long book that they've loved that they would like to discuss, we are now going to number 9. Name a book that gave you cozy vibes. This is going to be one of my favorites. Here, I'm going to be doing this probably again. Remind me to blah, blah, blah. But anyway, yeah. So what do we think? What was a book that gave cozy vibes? For me, and I feel bad because I'm probably not reading the room as I tell you mine that I had pre-prepared, which is an alien romance, Ruby Dixon's Penny's Protector, which I believe is book 9 of the Ice Home series. Very cozy. Of course, we've got the caves and the fire and the furs and the cozy gentleman that she gets to cozy up to. Of course, their skin always feels like blue suede. It's so nice. But the thing that I loved so much about this is we have a woman who didn't really understand her own worth. Oh, see, look, there's somebody who loves Ruby. Yay! Good. Oh wait, I lost your comment. Where did it go? There it is. There it is. Thank goodness. Some of us were talking about how we've become a bit disillusioned with Ruby Dixon. So I wasn't certain, but I'm here. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it. But yeah, so Penny's Protector, she finds a gentleman who just wants to protect her. And I love a protective hero over a possessive hero. I make the distinction. I think for a lot of people, they love possessive heroes too. I'm not a big fan of possessive. A little goes a long way, but I do love a protective hero. And for Penny, I think his name is Sabren. He is protective in spades, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I got lots of cozy vibes of him just being caring and sweet and funny, and it was a lot of fun. So that was the one that jumped out at me immediately. But again, I would love to hear a book that gave you cozy vibes at any point. Cozy, pretty much my every middle grade read, starting with Dealing with Dragons. A sassy princess doesn't want to get married and goes to work for a dragon instead. I love that. Wendy Gauge, audited by the Anubis. Ooh, that sounds fun. The characters 100% know in Dealing with Dragons that they live in a fairy tale. So the satire is, but they're so sweet. How fun. Ruby Dixon was an early guilty pleasure. Yes, she is. I love Ruby, but Ice Home just didn't work for me. That's a common thought. I think you have a great deal of people who agree with that. When I told, where am I? Bloop. When I told Avery of Ava's romance books that I was going to be moving over to Ice Home, she warned me. She said, I want you to know a lot of people that love Ice Planet Barbarians do not like Ice Home. So don't feel bad if you don't like it. And I have honestly liked it, but Penny's Protector was a standout for me. I haven't liked any of them as much as that one. So they pretty much all sort of pale in comparison to the Ice Planet Barbarian series. One princess working for another dragon talked about how much her parents hired a witch to curse her, but the witch got tipsy and blessed her with perfect teeth instead. That's great, Rachel. Oh my gosh. Legends and lattes and bookshops and bone dust. Yes. Oh, Kristen, you're so right. Those are great. The Bronze Horseman is a long book, 700 pages, but not for you, B. Okay. It is Russian literature and everyone dies at the end. That's exactly right. Not for me. And I did not continue the series. It was too much emotion. Yeah. I don't want to have a lot of emotion at this certain season in my life. Not really wanting that. Johanna Lindsay, Warrior Woman. Ooh, I'll have to give that a whirl. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. It starts off high drama, and quickly becomes so cozy. Interesting. Oopsie. Oh, I don't want to miss any comments. I know I mentioned it earlier, but the Shady Hollow series is pure cozy. Excellent. Excellent. In regards to guilty pleasure, no reason to feel guilty. If it makes you happy and it doesn't hurt anyone else, then all is well. Oh, that's a great sentiment. I love that. License to Bite is great. If you have the Carnival in New Orleans vibes, or Carnival in New Orleans vibes, and it is a vampire who cannot stand the sight of blood. That's great. That is great. I love it. Oh my gosh, how fun. Poldark. I probably should have mentioned it in the adaptations. Yes, it's such a cozy read. Watch on a chilly day. Poldark, yes. I only got to see, I think, probably the first half of season 1 because, again, I don't dramas that get too dramatic. I'm just like, why can't they be happy? Especially with a series. There's always something going on. And I'm ridiculous. I know it's so silly. That's why people enjoy dramas. But I'm like, I just want them to be happy. File that under now donates to the ASPCA. But anyway, I loved, oh my gosh, that gentleman from Poldark. He's so yummy. Oh, Sight. Oh, yes, I knew that. I knew that. And of course, Anne of Green Gables, the series really is so cozy. Yes, excellent. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, well, I think that brings us to our very last one, guys. You're doing so well. Number 10, name the book you're most excited about this summer. And if you need a minute to think about it, that's totally fine. I actually have 2. I hope I'm not cheating, but I have 2 that I'm super excited about this summer that are coming out this summer. And you know what? If it's just one that hasn't come out this summer, but you really want, it's on your TBR, you're really excited to read it, go ahead and include it. Tell us. We want to know. I love that. Oh, the Anne and Green Gables. Yeah. I'm going to take another sip of water because, again, I'm talking nonstop. I'm just not used to this. This is why I'm losing my voice, I think, sometimes. Okay, sorry. My 2 that I'm super duper excited about for this summer. Oh, let me get my banner back up here so everybody can see what we're doing. I'm really excited about Savannah Scott's Resorting to Romance. That is a sweet romance set at Marbella Island. I've been reading that series, which is mostly known as the Love Trippin' series. They're so good. And I think I may have said this already on, I'm sure I did in one of my videos, but it's super sweet, but there's so much tension and the kissing scenes are so great and so intimate. For those people that are more into spice, I feel like you wouldn't even feel like you're missing anything. I mean, unless you really like a lot of spice, but I adore these books. They're really funny. The characters are so lovable, but it's still grounded. It's not just like super fluffy and unrealistic. It's just exceptional. So I'm really looking forward to reading the entire Marbella Island series this summer. She's actually putting out 2. One's coming out, I think, in August, she said. And I think it's called Real Love, spelled Reel. So I don't know if it's about fishing. I'm not really sure. She hasn't told us any more than that. But yeah, so Resorting to Romance, which is set on the resort in Marbella Island, California. I'm looking forward to that. And also Catherine Center's The Rom-Commers, which I have the arc of that and I need to read it, but it's coming out June 11th. So really looking forward to that one as well, about a woman who they say never meet your heroes. And then she goes and starts, she's a screenwriter. Speaking of screenwriters, she's a screenwriter. And she is asked to help a man who is this famous writer with his screenplay, and he doesn't want help. He's not interested, but they do fall in love eventually. So it looks like it's going to be really fun. And I've enjoyed the Catherine Center books that I've read so far. So I'm looking forward to a new one. Okay, now I don't want to miss anything that anybody said. Okie doke, let's see here. Yeah, give me some summer recommendations, y'all. I love it. I love it. The next Shady Hollow book is out in July. Oh boy, I'm excited. I tend to use the warmer months for writing because I'm solar powered, I guess. But the next one to read, sit down and read, is The Dragon's Promise. Fun. I'm wondering when Heather Gier is going to release Twice Shy next in her Tooth and Claw series. Ooh, Yes, we need to find that out. I've definitely heard of that. Actually, because it's a sequel of a 5-star read, I did Google to make sure the one thing I want to happen does happen. Oh, yeah, you know, that I get that. Sometimes you need to do a little research. Okay, let's see. I'm also looking forward to The Ashfire King, which is the sequel to The Stardust Thief. Really great new fantasy series, but the book was pushed to next year. Oh, it kills me when they push the books further out, doesn't it? I mean, I get it, but still, it's like, oh man. Romance, Ashley Poston's new one, Thriller. Oh, the new one, which is it called Thriller? Or is that, because I see you've capitalized it. Is that the name of the title, Thriller? Fascinating. And Riley Sager's new one. Yes, I've heard of both of them having books out, but I wasn't certain the title. Leather and Lark. Now that's the one, is that oh, we just talked about it. Butcher and Blackbird. That's the next one in that series, right? I've been skipping all the TikToks and many spoilers, and I want to finally read the other two from Kimberly Lemmings' Mead and Kimberly Lemmings is Mead and Mishap series. Oh yes, I've heard great things about those. I'm going to read and reread Millie Johnson's books this summer. They're so sweet. How fun! That series is actually inspired by Twilight. Book 1 is essentially Bella and Jake get out. Oh my gosh. We are talking about the Twice Shy Tooth and Claw series. Oh my gosh. Remind me to look into the Tooth and Claw series. Thank you. Okay. I'm trying not to do it as much. I may reread Heidi. Oh, just to have a quick bit of wholesomeness. I love it. I love it. I'm going to a book signing for Catherine Center in June. Oh my gosh, Cheryl. I'm excited about hers too. Oh my gosh. You're going to have to tell us how it is. Oh, Cheryl, that's so exciting. How fun. So many people have been rewriting Wish, and I'm here like, can I have these as books? Because they sound wonderful. Oh, how fun. No, sorry. I was trying to separate two categories. Oh, of course you were, Cheryl. There's Thriller, Riley Sager. Got it. The romance I'm looking forward to. Oh my gosh. Of course that's what you were doing. Was Ashley Poston's, and then Riley Sager's was the Thriller. Sorry. And then the Thriller. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. That made sense. I should have gotten that. Deborah, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm blaming hubby and yard work. That hubby and yard work. No. Deborah, we are currently talking about books. Oh, I'll show you my the border here, banner. Name the book you're most excited about this summer. What are you most excited about? It could either be, some people are even talking about rereads they're wanting to do, or books that are going to be coming out. Yeah, so I was just explaining I'm excited about Catherine Center, and Cheryl is going to see Catherine Center. So exciting. I have the Romantasy one that is near my house, but I wonder, a lot of those contemporary authors, they're not going to be going to those most of the time. They do have some, which is nice, but I wonder if there would be like a Catherine Center in my neck of the woods. That would be really cool. One that she would go to. So anyway, how fun. Let's see here. Those are my 10 book tag summer topics, if you will. So if there's anyone who has more that they want to discuss book related, we can do that. I'll probably say maybe we should probably stop by 4. It's already been almost 2 hours. I can't believe it. And primarily it's just been me talking, but thank heavens you guys have provided so much conversation. I've just had so much fun. Let's see. So, Deborah's saying, I ordered the Bridgerton books special editions on Amazon. They come this summer, and I'm really looking forward to finally reading them. Yes, wonderful, Deborah. Yeah, I've just read The Duke and I, which was the first one. Are you talking about those gorgeous, gorgeous hardbacks where it's sort of like maybe pastel colored, but then there's like gold foiling, I think, and it looks like the scenes of like the townhouses and the people? I may be making that up. I don't think I am. I've seen those, and they are gorgeous. Rachel, what was your favorite read of last summer? Waggles eyebrow. Rachel, you crack me up. Favorite read of last summer. Anyone want to? want to weigh in. Golly, I don't even know if I can think back that far. I'd have to look at my little notes that I keep. I mean, it was fun reading last summer, that's for sure. Oh, if I can finish this draft, I might pause and read Shadow Spinner. It's a short what? A Shahrazad spin-off. Wow. That's exciting. The sets on Amazon are 2 books in 1. I'll send you the link. Oh, thank you. Aren't you wonderful? Thank you so much. Those Bridgerton hardcovers are on Amazon. Okay, so I didn't make those up. They are very pretty. They are very pretty. Oh man, did I even read last summer? Oh gosh, I love it. I know, I'm trying to think. It's like, what came out last summer? I tell you. The book that goes on your TBR every summer. Oh, she's coming up with a book that goes on your TBR every summer, but you never read. It would be like a beach type read, probably. I love these, Rachel. Look at you. Not only can she write books, folks, she can also write topics of conversation. She puts those words together so well. Please check out her book, A Dance of Mist and Fury, in wherever you buy books or whatever. I don't know. That didn't work out as well as I was hoping. I thought it would be a beautiful plug, and then I just ruined it. Sorry, Rachel. Look at me. Just look at her. She's amazing. I love it so much. Oh, and speaking of looking at me, she's amazing. Rachel is one of the people that so far has sent, thank you, Rachel. You're so sweet. Oh gosh. She has sent, along with some other people, has sent me pictures for our Summer of Stepbacks when we do our top 10 live show towards the end of August. I want to say the 22nd. And we're looking for people to send in pictures of themselves, either like in a pose, like a step back type pose, or in your finery, which does not have to be a recent picture. You can send me something from Homecoming or whatever, you know. Ooh, okay. Kristen's got one, Rolling in the Deep by Mira Grant. Now, Kristen, I'm so sorry. Is this a book that you're excited about for this summer? Because we've been talking about a bunch of different topics. I'm so sorry. Oh, here she goes. KT Roberts series, trying to make it a summer read. Look at that. And I love how you numbered it number 11. You're so organized. I love it. My friend just bought me just for the summer for my birthday. Yay! That's a good friend right there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, Jaden, which version did you get? Did you get was it Target or Barnes and Noble, or because they're all different. They're all different. So now I need to know, or do you know? Because your friend got it for you. So maybe you don't have a clue where your friend got it from. But yeah, that was my fave last summer. Thank you, Kristen. Bringing it back. Rolling in the Deep by Mira Grant was Kristen's favorite book last summer. Look at you, Kristen. Amazon. Okay, Jaden got just for the summer from Amazon. I'm sure they've got something special. I can't remember for the life of me what it is. I know that, as I've mentioned 5 million times, the Target one has the situationship, which is the bonus story from Part of Your World crew. And then Barnes and Noble, I think, has illustrated, like 10 illustrated pages, I want to say. But I can't remember what the special thing about Amazon is. Okay, explain the step back thing again and how it works. Okay, so here we go. So I am hoping that this will go well. It just started and it's going okay, I think, hopefully. I'm putting out every day, and then as I'm starting it, I'm going, this is probably too much of me on YouTube in one summer, because it's every day. I'm hoping that people don't get sick of it. But we'll see. It's a very interesting experiment. I'm actually really excited to see how this does, because we love step backs, and I've been so enjoying doing deep dives on beautiful step backs every single day. It's giving me life. It really is. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm very curious. We will all find out together. But anyway, yes. So each day, beginning yesterday, I'm putting out one roughly 3-minute to 4-minute video that highlights one particular book in my collection that contains a gorgeous step back. Well, thanks to Amina, who is here right now and can tell you what she was thinking too. Amina had this great idea that we could vote, have everybody else vote for the top 10 that I would hand select from my collection. So she even said top 22, and I tried to make that happen, but I couldn't find any way to do that. I figured out a way with my husband's help. He does tech stuff on the Google Drives or whatever, to create like the top 10 that I will pick. And then you guys, I'll do it like a week out. So you have like a week to vote, but you get to rank them all from 10 to 1. And then we'll find out the rankings, and we'll find out which one is the top one of all live on August 22nd. And I'm dressing up. Tara of Tara Talks Books is going to be there. She's going to dress up. And Lynn's Romance Library, she has a dress she's really excited about. But we said it would be so fun to have people email me at BEA, my name B, beingpositive@gmail.com with pictures of themselves dressed up as well. Like we could have a little slideshow of everybody that's coming to the event dressed up too, because it would be so fun. And or pictures of themselves posed like maybe they were in a step back, which would be fun. And I've already gotten some really neat step back pictures from some people that I want to be putting in the slideshow at the beginning of the live. I think it's going to be so much fun. I'm really, really, really excited. And okay, I'm going to tell you guys this since you're here. It's a secret. I'm not going to say it again. Okay. I'm going to ask all of my favorite historical romance authors to come on either live or pre-tape and announce the top 10. I'm very, very excited. I have not told anybody else this. So we can keep it our little secret. And I feel like I can tell a secret right now because we're almost 2 hours into a live show. So I can't imagine that everybody's going to be coming on and watching till almost the end of a live show and giving it away. But I'm really, really excited. And I think it's going to be so fun. And I definitely have some historical romance authors just off the top of my head who I know would be so excited to help us announce these. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be so fun. So yes. And it all started with Amina's great idea. I was just going to have the top 100. But yes. So thank you very much for that. And you guys always have the best ideas. So I learned from you. I love it. Step Back Summer is on my make sure to watch list. Hooray! Hooray! That's so good to know because I'm so worried that everybody's going to be like, B again. She's on every day. I thought, oh no, this is going to be too much B. I love voting on things. I know, right? Who doesn't love it? Thank you so much, Amina, for the idea. That sounds fun, right? I'm so excited. I know how fun. I know. I loved watching the first Step Back video, and I'm excited to watch today's video. Oh, thank you, Megan. I really was excited about that first one. And the fact that Eloisa James, I asked her if I could use that footage. Woo-hoo! Steamy footage. That gentleman, woo! And then I found more, and I've actually got another Step Back video that's coming out in a few days, and it's got additional footage. And it's also on Eloisa James's Instagram. If you look on her reels, she's got so many clips of footage from photo shoots of her step backs. And she herself said that she wants to go back to step backs, and she's hoping that they're going to make a comeback, that they really came to a grinding halt, although they already were kind of stopping around the time that the pandemic hit. And since then, they haven't been able to start them up again. But she, Eloisa James, believes that it's a matter of time before they start making a comeback. Can you imagine? Oh, I would be so happy. Oh, I'd be so happy. That sounds awesome. I can't wait. I know, I can't wait either. So seriously, guys, don't be shy. If you want to send me a picture of yourself, it does not have to be recent. You can send me a picture of yourself like in a gown, a beautiful gown, or like pose like if you were in a step back. And you can even do it like if you paint, or you enjoy pottery, or, think of some sort of medium in which that you might like to make something that looks like a step back or is inspired by a step back. I think we could make this so fun. And I just feel like the more that you guys get to participate too, the better, it's just all about the participation. We're all doing it together. Yes. Oh, I know. You can't wait. Yes. Got it. I know. It's exciting, right? The authors. I know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope they can come. I hope that they'll be able to record something. No one will watch to the end, but here I am with all my quips. I'll tell them to watch the end. Well, I'm more thinking about later on. I know, obviously, we've got, what is it, like 19 of us here right now, 20 if you include me, but I already know the secret. What am I saying? Everyone's gonna be like, okay, let's jump off. What is she even talking about? It will be amazing, right? I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the step backs too. Can I even tell you? And you guys, I can tell you this and you'll appreciate this. Sometimes when I get stressed out, I just come in my room and I start organizing. And like, if I'm not sure what they're going to be, I like to look at them and be like, well, maybe I want to put that one as number 72. And maybe that one should be 73. It's a great stress reliever. I highly recommend. By the way, did I miss the smoothie making for the day? Deborah, you did, believe it or not. We started this show. My husband was making a smoothie. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if you can really hear it because my door was shut all the way this time and I had it locked because my children otherwise were going to come in. They were having a pillow fight in my room, right? Like 3 minutes before we went live. And my 7-year-old knocked over a lamp. And I was like, that's it. Get out. I love you, but you got to go. And then, of course, they all left. And then it was time to make a smoothie. So, yes, Deborah, you actually did miss the smoothie making. B, you can count on my vote. Yay! Awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You can never have enough B. Oh, you're very kind. We'll see if people are saying that at the end of the summer. They're going to be like, they'll be picketing with signs. No more B. This was too many videos. Can you imagine the monster boyfriend? Wait, monster BF step backs. Is that like boyfriend? Monster boyfriend step backs? Intriguing. I'm intrigued. Do you know that step backs actually began in the horror genre? Not romance, believe it or not. They thought that some of the things that were in some of the books were too scary, so they put I'll send a link. I don't know how to do that right now. I'll figure it out. I'll put it in one of my future videos, my future step back videos. It was a really interesting article I read online. People were afraid of some of the content on the covers of these horror books, including like Stephen King. So they would make these step backs so you didn't have to see them. And that's where the keyhole, they called them keyholes. And now we often refer to them as die cutting, where there would be like a little segment out where you can just see a little bit of a scary thing and then you open it. But isn't that fascinating that step backs originated with the horror genre? Are you serious? I'm going to link that because I think you guys would find that really interesting. And they have that website has really neat, but a little scary, not terribly scary, but horror covers, and you can see the keyhole and then it opens and you can see the whole thing. It's really interesting. I can't imagine how you're deciding to order the step backs. What separates 100 from number 99? Well, since you asked. Okay, so I it's not a science, as you can imagine, because this is art and it's perspectives and opinions and it can change. But for me, I'm trying to include, like, if there's props or if you can see additional emotion, if the attire is exceptional. Other things that go into it include like a double page step back versus just the one page step back. And in some, and again, I'm giving you guys all this like the special dish. I initially had a lot of the Lisa Kleypas step backs. Do you know where they're laser cutting the sides? And there's the beautiful flowers with laser cutting. You're going to see this in one of my videos. But I was including all of those in the top 10. And I thought, well, honestly, though, the step backs themselves are great, but they're not top 10 material. I love the way that they've seamlessly gone from the cover to the step back. The laser cutting is so beautiful. And then you can see the flowers that are on the cover and you see the flowers that are in the step back when you open the cover. But, so my point is that does also play a part. in where the books rank, how the cover and the step back sort of work together to create this story, and also if there's a surprise element or how well it incorporates the excitement or the romance from the story. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I just feel like, there are different layers and different levels of that. So I'm assuming, this is what I'm assuming. You can pretty much guarantee, you can count on the fact that I'm going to finish my 100 step backs and people are going to say, well, you never mentioned blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, I'm so sorry. Right? Because I don't have as many as I want. Like there are some that I really want, as you already have seen. There are some Eloisa James, Wilds of Lindo Castle, that I would give half my library to have. And some Kristen Hanna's that I see on Instagram. Every time I go out looking at books, I look for that author. I've never found one of her step backs. She is on my list. And if I had them, they would be in my top 100. Gorgeous, gorgeous step backs and covers. So I hope that kind of answers your question. Never. Oh, I know what you're saying about the never too much bee. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, we love you. And I love you, Julie. And I love you guys. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I'm looking forward to when Bee has membership and we can have floods of Bee just for us. Oh, Deborah, you're so cute and sweet and wonderful. Your check's in the mail too. Oh, you missed it earlier. I was sending out checks in the mail for people being lovely. I do want to do membership. I think that would be so fun. Someday I do want to do that. And that will also, this sounds so self-serving, but my daughter's going to be going to kindergarten in about a year. And so at that point, there is more expectation for me to work more outside the home. So I'm hoping that I can supplement my income more by having memberships, if that makes sense. So then I can still provide lots of content and maybe more content. That would be the best thing, rather than be like, well, I have to go work outside the home now. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there'll be an element of both. I taught for many years. So my hope is if I can incorporate memberships, I might be able to still put out all the content that we love and then maybe just substitute teach and, on certain days or something. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I'm sorry. It's like true confession time. You're like, well, I don't need to know all of this, right? This is what happens when I'm on my own stage here. This is amazing. Oh, you're so sweet. Talking too much. Horror started it. Romance improved it. Ooh, Rachel, I love that. Yes. Yes. What non-summary book is on your TBR? See, there you go, Rachel. Look at you again doing that. All the Universal monster films had amazing step backs too. Really? Oh my gosh. See, now I want to look more up on that. I'm going to find those links and send them out to you guys. Fun fact, your channel is educational too. Oh, I try to be a good resource. That's my goal, to be uplifting and fun and also a resource. So you guys, can get something out of it. I want it to be valuable. Step backs just got serious in here. That's right. They sure did. It's going to be great. Oh, yay. Holds up phone. Remind me. Rachel, remind me to have popcorn on my grocery list for Bee's next live stream. Rachel, you're a treasure. You're a national treasure. I love you. You're so funny. Oh my gosh. Your education on step backs reminded my love for a good step back and covers. Gotta go. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Thank you for joining us. You really elevated conversation today. I really appreciated it. Thanks for joining. I know everybody's gonna be like, I need to go. It's been 2 hours. Yes, membership is going to be fantastic. I know, I'm so excited. But I want to make sure that I can, I want to really provide value. And I've been brainstorming ways to, if I do channel memberships, I just want it to be such a great resource, I just want it to be next level. I've been thinking about it, but yeah, I want to wait a little bit too. So I just want to make sure I have enough time. So I would absolutely join your membership or Patreon. Oh, how wonderful. Whatever you choose, I'll be there. Oh, exciting. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. You guys are so amazing. I hope that and I'm going to get all emotional. I hope that you all get how much energy you all give me, the lovely positivity, the vibes. It's almost palpable. It's almost tangible every day, every single day. What I get from you all, it just makes my day. And yes, I love my children and they're wonderful and they're, they're there. I'm sorry, I'm kidding a little bit, but yes, I just can't tell you how much you all mean to me, and I just hope that I would hope to give you at least a little bit back of what you give to me. You know what I mean? I just want to give you all of it back, just all the love and energy and positivity, and you guys just mean the world to me, seriously. That would be a great way to blend your fun hobby with real life needs. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Terry, hey, how's it going? Non-summary books. Look at Deborah, all on topic. The rest of Ice Planet Barbarians. There you go. I know I would need to fit. I'm almost done with the series. Haven't seen Summer in there even once. Yes, that's right. In Ice Home, though, they do end. Well, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna not say anything because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. If you're gonna read Ice Home, that's it. I'm going to stop talking. I'm sorry, Deborah. I hope I haven't given anything away anyway. Okay, I'm stopping. Looking at Rachel's comment. Oh, it's the weekend. I'm on a farm and dodging chores. Let's keep going. I know, right? I'm waiting for my award to come in the mail. I folded and put away all the laundry this week. I don't have any piles anywhere. I'm waiting for my award. It should be coming any moment. I see many opening scenes inspired by live chat shenanigans. Yes, Deborah. Yes, absolutely. Don't worry, you're already a great content creator. Oh, thank you very much. I try, and that's why we show up. Oh my gosh, Kristen, you're so amazing. You give so much. We're just returning the love. Oh, you guys are just the best. I'm going to read M's. Oh, you're going to read them. Spoilers world. I'm sorry, Deborah. Oh, nothing. You're going to read them and you're going to love them. And there's, yep. Okay. Look, Rachel said something else. I have no more laundry. Give it another 45 minutes. It's like you're in my house. It's like you're in my house. Oh, I love it so much. Oh my gosh. It's true. I do 1 to 2 loads a day. I do. Anyway, here we go, talking about laundry. I did this the other day on a live, didn't I? And then people came in and I'm like, thank goodness you're here because I was talking about my laundry. Anyway, okay. I can feel like I have to preserve my voice because like it sounds like I'm a singer or something. I have to preserve my voice because who's coming tonight? Because guess what? There's another one of these where Rachel can avoid doing chores. And it's going to be on Tara's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be like talking and talking and talking again. And that's in less than 4 hours. I love that my comments are the avoidance and dodge points. Well, Rachel, I appreciate it. I got to do laundry. I wish I had a washer and dryer instead of having to go back to the laundromat. Oh man, Christina, I'm so sorry. Do you get to read or anything while you're at the laundromat? I feel like if that were me, that would be like prime time reading time. I would love that. It's probably a nice ambiance, like the sounds. I might be making that up. I hope I'm not. But I bet I would probably love the dryer and washer sounds and just kind of relaxing. I'll be there. Oh, good. You're going to be there tonight. Great. And I know Crystal's going to be there and Tara's going to be there. I think that's it. I'm not sure. I've got 4 loads to deal with, 7 people in this house. Am I going to do it? No, I'm going to read The Highwayman and then be on time to the live tonight. All right, Deborah. Hashtag goals, right? I love it. I love it. See you in 4 hours. I love it. Oh my gosh, so fun. And I just love Tara and Crystal, so I'm really excited about that. So fun. Monster boyfriend romance. It takes place in a laundromat. Write that down. Write that down. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness, too funny. All right, so yeah, I feel like we should probably okay, let's do this. Let's reconvene in 4 hours. No. We probably will. Except for poor Amina. She's gonna be what time is it in Paris, Amina? Are you in Paris right now? And she may not be here. I haven't heard her talk in a minute, so she might be doing other things. I don't mean to put her on the spot. But anyway, yes, it is currently 4 in the afternoon, and my little cherubs are at a trampoline park, and they're probably going to come rolling back any minute. So, yeah, we'll see. It's like 10 p.m. in Paris. Okay, so Amina probably won't be reconvening with us in 4 hours. Paris is 10 p.m. right now. Okay, thank you. See, you guys know. Look at you guys. You always know everything. Oh, and there she is, 10 p.m. in Paris. There it is. Enough time for dinner, a cup of tea, and a snack. Kristen, I like the way you think. That sounds like perfection. And now I've decided peppermint tea. That's what I'm in the mood for. That's what I'm in the mood. I think I'm going to do that because I actually do. I'm going to be losing my voice. I can feel it. I have not talked this much in ages. There's always someone else talking. I'll try, B. Oh, well, no, don't do that, Amina. It'll be like 2 in the morning. Oh, goodness. I mean, we'd love to see you, but only if you happen to be up. I only know because the UK is 8 hours ahead of me, so I make a guess. Oh, there you go. Ta-da. All right. Okay. So this was so fun. I had the best time. Oh, you're going to come for breakfast. There you go. A very early breakfast at 2 in the morning. Sounds good. Okay. So I'm going to say goodbye and get something done. Not laundry, hopefully. But I will definitely see you guys soon. This has been so much fun. Don't forget to keep all my secrets that I told you. Oh, what channel is the live on later? Thank you for asking. It's on Tara Talks Books' channel. Tara Talks Books. Yeah, she's great. She's great. 2 a.m. is taco hour. Oh, gosh. Rachel. Tara Talks Books. Thank you. Yes. Oh, good. See, everybody always knows all the things. They're so knowledgeable. This is why I love them so. One of the reasons I love them so much. Thank you so much, B. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys made my day. I had so much fun. And I'm going to be checking in with Julie. Although right now, let's see, it's probably 10 p.m. Oh no, it's 9 p.m. her time. So hopefully she's feeling okay. So I'll be checking in with her, and I'll see you, many of you, again in like 4 hours. And if not, we'll be seeing one another. Oh, Tuesday night. There's also Tuesday night. I'm doing another live for Crystal's Ever After Readathon. And then, yeah, if nothing else, we'll be talking about Breaking Dawn Part 2 in a month. So that'll be something. Ha, joke's on you. I know nothing. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's part of my charm. One of the many charms of Rachel. Thanks, B. This was really fun. I'm glad I got to stop by. Me too. And I'm so glad that you told us about your engagement. Anybody that came later, if you want to hear a little bit about Megan's engagement, it's at the beginning of this live. And as I mentioned earlier, she's got pictures on her Instagram, Megan's Book Nook, if you want to see pictures. I love a good engagement story. Give Julie our love. I sure will, Amina. Thank you. Yeah, this was, oh, I just had so much fun. I'm so glad you came, Deborah. I'm so glad I got to see you. This is great. This was fun. All right, bye, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye.